The fastest way to break a brand new Shopify store is not bad products or a bad logo. It's opening the App Store on day one and installing 30 new things at once. Most new owners do exactly that, and the store turns slow, cluttered, and confusing, and you spend your first week fixing apps instead of selling. So in this video, we're diving into the short list that I would actually install on day one, the small handful that builds the store right from the start, so you skip the mess most people walk straight into. The first one fixes the problem that quietly kills more first stores than anything else. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and on this channel, we make Shopify simple and actually doable, even if you've never sold a thing online before. That problem I mentioned is the look of your pages, so I'm going to start there because this is where trust is either won or lost. So here's the old way. You pick a theme, you drop your products in, and you end up with pages that all look the same. The product page is a stock layout, the homepage is a banner and a grid, and there's nothing that makes a shopper stop and feel like they found a real brand. Themes are fine for getting online, but the moment you want a page that actually sells, like a proper landing page for one hero product or a product page with photos and reviews, and the buy button arranged the way you want, a basic theme is going to fight you. You either learn code or you settle, and most people just end up settling and their pages look like every other store that settled too. So today, what we're diving into flips that. The first app I would install is a page builder called PageFly. The whole idea is that you build your pages by dragging pieces around where you actually want them with no code at all. You want a big image at the top, then your product, then a row of reviews, then a frequently asked questions section. You just drag those little blocks into place and arrange them. You can start from one of their templates that's already laid out to convert, or you can build from a blank page if you have a clear picture in your head. It works for landing pages, your homepage, about pages, really just all of it. There's even an option where you describe the page you want and it'll generate the structure for you, then you tweak it from there. And here's the step that matters most, so stick with me because this is where new owners can really overthink it. You don't need to rebuild your entire store with this on day one. What you do is build one or two pages that have to perform. This is usually your homepage and the page for your main product, the one you're going to send ads or links to. Those are the pages a stranger judges you on in about 3 seconds. If those two look intentional and clean and load right, your store reads as a real business and the rest of the theme can stay simple. That's the smart use of a page builder, not redoing everything, just sharpening the pages that carry the most weight. On cost, I always want you to know the number going in. PageFly does have a free plan that lets you build and publish a page using all of their features, which is genuinely enough to get your most important page live without paying anything. But in terms of their paid plans, they've got the Builder plan, the Optimize plan, the Accelerate, and Power. So again, it depends on how many pages you'd like to build. So the Builder is $24 per month. They do have an AI builder, like I mentioned. This is 5 pages or sections, 320 plus page and section templates, certain amount, 80 credits. You can also purchase extra and then built-in dashboard, etc. Then it goes to the Accelerate, which is unlimited pages and sections. It's $99 per month. They do have this Power one right here. It's $24 pages or sections, okay? But you get a certain amount of credits depending on the plan that you need. So it's anywhere from $24 to $199. If you want to get started for free, we do have a link down in the description below. I truly would only point you there because building pages that converts is the difference between a store that looks like a hobby and one that looks like an actual brand. And that judgment happens before anyone reads a single word about your product. Okay, so now that you understand how to make your pages look like a real brand, the next thing every new store needs is products to actually sell and a way to get them to customers. And you probably don't want to buy a garage full of inventory before you know anything sells. And that's where the second app comes in, which is CJ Dropshipping. This one is free to use and it solves sourcing and shipping at the same time. The way it works is you browse a huge catalog of products, you connect it to your Shopify store, and you import the products you want with a couple of clicks. You're not buying anything up front. When a customer places an order on your store, that order syncs over to CJ and they package it and ship it straight to your customer for you. You never touch the product. You only pay CJ the product cost and shipping after you've already made the sale. I want to be honest about why we recommend CJ specifically for beginners. It has warehouses in the US, Europe, and Asia, so depending on where your product is stocked, you can get shipping times that are not the painful month-long waits that gave dropshipping a bad name years ago. It also lets you put in a sourcing request, so if you find a product somewhere else and want it cheaper and want it shipped faster, you can ask CJ to find it for you. There are no monthly fees and no minimum orders, which is exactly what you want when you're testing whether an idea actually is worth it or not. especially when you have very little money to risk. Now, I'm never going to oversell you on this, so here is the very honest part. Dropshipping means you do not control the product the way you would if you held it yourself. So order a sample of anything before you put real ad money behind it. You want to know how it actually looks and how long it actually takes to arrive, because your customer is going to judge you on that, not the supplier. Check the shipping times on each product before you import it and read what other sellers say. The tool makes sourcing and fulfillment easy, but you're still the one responsible for picking good products, and that part's on you. So that's the core, the pages and the products. Now let me round out the list with a few more that I would not skip. The first is an email app. The biggest mistake new stores make is sending people to the store, losing the ones who don't buy, and having no way to ever reach them again. An email app fixes that by capturing visitors and letting you email them later. And most of them, including ones built right into Shopify, have a free tier that is plenty when you're just getting started. Email is the one channel you actually own, so set it up on day one, even if your list is tiny. What we would recommend is OmniSend because it works really well directly with Shopify, and again, there is a free version that you can use up to a certain limit. The second is a reviews app. A brand new store has 0 reviews, and a product page with no reviews makes a stranger very nervous. A free reviews app lets you collect reviews and show them right on your product page, and even a few honest ones make a huge difference in whether someone trusts you enough to check out. The third, once you get orders, is a simple upsell app, the kind that offers a related product or a bundle at checkout, which gently raises how much each customer spends without you finding a single new customer. I would not stress about the one on the very first day, but I would definitely have it in mind for week 1. And before you go live, there are 2 things people forget every single time, so I want to save you the headache. The first is payments. Your store can look perfect, but you haven't turned on a way to actually accept money. In your Shopify settings, every customer hits checkout and can't pay. You always want to test it too. Don't just hope that it works. The second is shipping. You have to set your own shipping rates so that what you charge the customer covers what CJ charges you, or your profit on every order quietly disappears into postage you didn't account for. Neither is hard, but both can get forgotten in the excitement. Okay, so let's put this all together. On day 1, you install PageFly and build your homepage and made product page so the store looks like a real brand. You connect CJ Dropshipping so you can sell products without holding inventory and ship them only after you've made the sale. You add an email app so you can reach visitors again, and reviews apps so strangers trust you. Then you turn on payments and set your shipping rates before you launch. That's a clean, fast, properly built store with a short list of apps instead of a cluttered pile of them. And if you want to build yours, we do have a Shopify link down below and a PageFly link down below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our link, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. It really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. And if this helped you see which apps actually matter on day 1 and which ones to skip, hit that like and subscribe button for more Shopify videos that keep it simple. That wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.